chance to see Josh out there. I know it's just one practice and first day of camp, but what makes him so special?
I think a little bit of everything. Of course, he can throw the ball, he can move. He has great command over the offense. He's such a huge threat in the red zone. Really, all over the field. He's fast. He's strong. Pretty much a little bit of everything. I've been a fan of Josh Allen for a long time.
True taste of the fan base here. What was it like for you being surrounded in this atmosphere?
Oh, it's great. It's hard to say no and come over here and do this interview. You just want to, shake hands and kiss babies and sign autographs and do all that stuff. And you really just want to be a pleaser to all these guys, man. The energy is just so great. It's hard trying to, come over here and do this interview with you guys.
There's the fan aspect to it, but as a team and given what you've experienced in your career, what's your take on a group going away for training camp versus staying at its own?
It's different. It's different being 33 in the dorm room. But it's bigger than just your individual preference. It's all about camaraderie and getting to know your teammates and stuff, which I'm all about. I've been a team guy my whole entire career. This college environment, this college atmosphere is really where I flourish. I started at Texas A&M. We were in dorms just like this for training camp, and that's where you pull all the guys together. That's where you earn the respect and the trust of your teammates, and I'm all for it. But again, I'm 33 years old, and toilet paper's different. The beds are different. It's no TV in the dorm room. It's a little bit different. Got to make up your bed and change it and do all that type of stuff every day. It takes some getting used to, but I'm all for it.
So when you were with Denver and obviously LA, Denver didn't go away the whole time you were there?
Yeah, we stayed at home. Yeah, stayed at home. So.
A question for you. We've already asked the guys a million times about all the expectations on this team that are out there. You weren't here last year and didn't experience the heartbreak that they went through. Can you school them in any way? Because you've been to the Super Bowl, you've won it. Can you help them deal with the expectations they now face, coupled with the heartbreak they felt last year?
Yeah, I saw the game and I'm aware of what happened, but it's a different year. You just gotta let it go. And I'm not like a rah-rah, preachy, speechy type guy. But if it's a situation where I need to talk, of course I'm gonna speak up and I'm gonna talk. All Super Bowl teams, they have similarities, and success leaves clues. And as long as we just keep chipping away at it, I feel like we'll be okay. Whenever I can interject, some of my knowledge and some of my wisdom, or if I can see something where I could, put my 2 cents in, I'll do it. But I'm not a preachy, rah-rah guy. I'm coming out trying to make my plays and trying to get my job done. And whenever it's time for Von Miller to talk, I'm gonna be the first one to do it.
Can you speak to your position group specifically? I mean, the defensive line is probably the most overhauled position on the roster from last year for this team. The blend that has to happen now, especially as you get closer to real football with pads going on.
Yeah, I mean we got a great room. It's led by Coach Washington. He's a great coach. Ed Oliver is a great player. I've always had a 3 technique on the inside. I mean, my whole entire career, whether it's Derek Wolfe or Aaron Donald and here with Ed Oliver, I've always had help on the inside, and I think it'd be great to have Ed Oliver and Jordan Phillips and DeQuan Jones on the inside helping me. So I'm excited about this group. This has been the first time where I've been in there with the D tackles, D ends, and everybody all in one. So it's pretty fun. It's a big room, a lot of energy in there, and I'm excited about it.
When you first signed, about you played a lot of snaps. It's the way you've always been, and you were at the time, figuring out what the plan will be for you. Coming into camp and getting yourself ready for the year, do you have any idea what that's going to be like?
This is the very first day. I don't know. I really don't know. Whatever they ask me to do, I'm going to do it. But, I like to be on the field. Like, I like to be on the field. You can't make plays if you're not on the field. And I hate that feeling where I come off the field and the other team throws the ball or they make a big play down the field. I felt like I could have been in there to affect that. So I'm gonna try to be on the field as much as possible. But of course, I'm gonna listen to my coaches, the GM. They got a plan that obviously works. And I'm always listening to those guys. But I want to be on the field. I want to be on the field to make plays. That's why they brought me here. And as long as my body says the same, as long as God says the same, I want to be on the field as much as possible.
I know you're a team guy. You have so many personal accolades. The Defensive Player of the Year, twice finished second. Is that something you ever think about, that You'd like to hang that mantle up as well?
Yeah, I mean, every year, every year. I think leading the league in sacks and defensive player of the year kind of go hand in hand. If I could get up there in the high numbers and lead the league, I think, they go hand in hand. And you just got to take it one game at a time. We got a great room. We got a great secondary here, great inside linebackers, and this offense is gonna give us a lead. So hopefully I can, do my job, take it one play at a time, and we'll see what happens.
Having had some downtime and now coming into something like this, and to see all these fans out here. I mean, I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but every camp practice is sold out. There's no more tickets left. Does it remind you of maybe, or give you a jolt of the high expectations that are surrounding this team?
Yeah, it's high expectations. It's been high expectations since for a while. I saw a documentary about the four Super Bowls that they lost, man, and I just want to get myself familiar with Bills Mafia in Buffalo, and it's been high expectations for a long time. We just want to continue to do the same thing that we've always done, and of course change it up to get a different result. But keep practicing, keep working hard. This team we got a great team, a lot of great leaders on this team, and expectation is a privilege. Pressure is a privilege. It's a lot of pressure here in Buffalo, and we just want to continue to take it one day at a time and see where we can get. We got a great quarterback here. He's gonna help win us a lot of games, and we're gonna have a great pass rush, and we're gonna have all this stuff. We just got to get there.
Did you watch that once you became a Bill, or had you seen it before?
I watched it before I came a Bill. I wasn't, I had of course I was familiar with Bruce Smith and Andre Reed and Jim Kelly and all those guys and Thurman Thomas, but I didn't really know exactly what had happened year to year to year to year to year, and I think I saw it. I think it was on HBO or something like that, and I watched the documentary. I didn't know it was 4 years back to back either, and that's tough for any community to be in and lose like that. So, it's a lot of expectation here. There'll always be a lot of expectation here. Had a lot of great players, a lot of Hall of Fame players. I think it was 4 Hall of Fame players on those 4 teams. So it always be a high expectation here, man, and just got to take it one day at a time.
Earlier you mentioned that there are similar traits on championship teams.
Mm-hmm.
There's ones that you can kind of point out in particular.
You got to have a great quarterback. You got to have a great quarterback. You got to have a great defense. These are just some of the simple things that happen. You got to have a great locker room. On all 3 teams that I've been on, the Rams, we had a great locker room. It was player led. A lot of great energy. Nobody was pointing fingers. Everybody was good. Even when we lost, when I first got there, when we lost 3 games straight, and nobody was pointing finger. Everybody was good, and back in Denver, when they benched Peyton Manning at the end of the season of the Super Bowl year, nobody was pointing finger to blame, and he came back and saved us and led us into the playoffs. So you got to have a great quarterback, got to have a great defense, great fan base, and you got to be able to win close games.
You picked up your Super Bowl ring before you came out here?
Yeah, I did.
How was that? What was that like?
It was great, man, and it was great, man, and it'll always be love in LA. I really didn't have the words on why I left them. I was just excited and happy to be here. They really refreshed me, and I always owe that to them. They brought me in. Being in LA, being in SoFi Stadium, being with Coach McVay, and especially being with Aaron Donald, all those guys refreshed me, man, and they brought me back. And I'll always be thankful for those guys. It'll always be love. And to have those memories of the Super Bowl ring and the Super Bowl ceremony and being around all the guys and the Super Bowl and SoFi. When I flew into LA, looking at SoFi, man, it was great. I had a lot of great memories in there. And, the NFL is just so messy. The very first game would be at SoFi Stadium. So, it'll be I guess we'll cross that bridge whenever we get there. But, I got a lot of love for LA, and I always have a lot of love for LA.
Bit of that mess?
I guess that's what everybody wants to see. That's what everybody wants to see, and I think the NFL thought if things would have changed, things would have been a little bit different. That might have been the team that we would have played last year in the Super Bowl. So I guess they just want to run it back and see. But yeah, the NFL is always messy. You got the Broncos playing the Seattle Seahawks first game of the season too. The NFL is always messy, but I guess that's what everybody wants to see. So I'm all for it.